guys, it is Reed and welcome back to a very special video, one that I am super excited for. This is the return of the Sleight Off Season 2 with Sean Devine. We have an awesome episode 2 for you guys. I know it has been a good 3 months since episode 1, but you know, life's been crazy for both myself and Sean, so we've just been trying to find the time to get it back, and we're hoping to keep it on a more consistent level. It's definitely going to keep going. There's definitely going to be more episodes, and we want to bring them much sooner than in every 3 months. So we're definitely working to bring those more frequently. So with that said, what is the Sleight Off? If you're new here, the Sleight Off is a series originally started with myself and Jorge Anito in Season 1, and in Season 2, it is myself and Sean Devine. Now, in the Sleight Off, we challenge each other with 3 sleights, plot ideas, restrictions, all kinds of different ideas, and we challenge each other to create brand new routines using the sleights assigned by the other person. This week is one I was very excited for, one very special episode. This is the sandwich routine edition. So we had to create a sandwich routine or a sandwich effect for this week. We also gave each other 3 sleights that we must include in the routine. Now, Sean gave me some very interesting sleights for a sandwich routine. He gave me the Cardini change, the triple lift, and a cover dribble pass, which are all moves that I can kind of do. I mean, honestly, the Cardini change is the one that I do the least, so it's pretty bad, and I'm not gonna lie, doesn't look so great in the routine. It's a little bit of a flash for sure, but you know, I struggled to get that move down, and I by no means got it down. But anyway, triple lift, no problem. I do use the triple lift fairly often, and the cover dribble pass is something I saw on Sean's channel for the first time, learned from him, and I loved it. So I actually do use that control quite a lot, so I'm very comfortable with that control as well. So I was looking forward to that, but to be honest, I had no idea how the heck I was going to use a triple lift and a Cardini change in a sandwich routine. A control is pretty straightforward how you might use it, but the rest I had to get very creative with. So overall, I felt pretty good. I know Sean is a big fan of sandwich effects, so I know he probably has a million more methods than I do, so I was a little bit on edge for this week. You know, I had to bring my A game, really get creative, think outside the box, and try to create something unique. So I really had to sit down and think this one out a bit, and hopefully I brought a winning performance in this week of the Sleight Off. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video so you can hear what sleights I challenge Sean to use, and then go over, check out his channel. He's got an incredible channel. His stuff is doing so good because his material is amazing. He's great, so many tutorials. So you have to go check out his channel and watch part 2. You can see his performance, and then let us know whose performance you liked better. This is a friendly competition, but a competition nonetheless. So anyways, without any further ado, let me show you the routine I came up with, which I call the magic sandwich. I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you my variation on a classic of magic. Now this type of trick is called a sandwich effect, and not this type of sandwich, but you'll see which type I'm referring to in a second. Now this is the magic sandwich, and it holds much more power than I do, so it is going to be doing all of the magic today. Now to start, it's very important that you see that all of these cards are facing the same direction. Alright, everyone. And the reason for that will become clear in a second. Alright, but to start, we have a card selected. In this case, we'll use the Jack of Clubs and leave that somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now I don't know where exactly the Jack of Clubs is. It could be anywhere here in the deck. But I do know that if I simply take this deck here, tap the back of the magic sandwich, that incredibly 2 cards flip over in the middle of the deck and sandwich 1 card in between them. And wouldn't that be incredible if that was our Jack of Clubs? Now I know what you're thinking. You want to see that again? Well, let's do it again then. For this, we'll take the first ace and we will leave it face down somewhere in the middle of the deck. Then we'll take our Jack of Clubs, leave it somewhere else in the middle of the deck. And finally, this Ace of Spades, you're going to see the moment that I wave my hand over the deck, just like this, and it vanishes. Watch. And just like that, it actually vanishes. And once again, I take the deck here, tap it on the back of the magic sandwich, And incredibly, those aces find each other and find one card sandwiched in between them, the Jack of clubs. Now, let's take this up a level. I'm going to take those two aces and clearly leave them on the top of the deck with nothing in between. Then we'll take the Jack of clubs and clearly leave it somewhere in the middle of this deck amongst all of the other cards. All right, we'll take the aces here, and I'll just take them like this. And when I tap them on the back of the sandwich, one card appears right in between them, the Jack of clubs. Now, like I said, this trick is really a classic of magic, right? And in a typical sandwich trick, you take these two black aces and the selection, and you just continue doing this sandwich effect over and over. But let's try something truly unique that you've never seen before. Start with the ace of clubs in the middle of the deck. Then we'll take the ace of spades, leave that in the middle of the deck. And this is going to be truly unique because you've often seen the trick where we take the aces, for example, and we hold the sandwich and we tap it, and the sandwich magically appears, or the selection rather magically appears in between that sandwich. But I bet you've never seen this. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to take this Jack, we're going to take the selection, and I truly bet you've never seen the trick where we take that, tap it on the back of the magic sandwich, and the sandwich incredibly appears around the selection. Now that is truly unique. But I know what you're thinking. It's not magic sandwich. The sandwich can't be magic. It must be the cards. It must be this Jack of clubs. So here's what we'll do. We'll leave that Jack clearly, fairly in the middle of the deck. And I will take the ace of clubs and the ace of spades and very fairly leave them there for the entirety of this trick. Now, we'll select a new card, but first I want you to see that clearly these cards are all different, right? So now we'll have a card selected here, so we can just call out stop, let's say right here. We'll use this card, but I don't even want to use any sleight of hand, so I'm just going to pull the card out just a little bit, just ever so slightly like that. And just remember the value of that card for me, and oh yes, of course, get the suit as well. And I'll leave that in the middle of the deck, nothing in my hands, fair as can be. So now you have this card, keep that card in your head. I'm going to try something incredible here. But first, in order for that card to appear between those aces, it would have to vanish from the deck. So here's how we make that happen. I very fairly take the cards nice and close, give it a nice shuffle. That's it, nothing in my hands. Take the deck, tap it on the magic sandwich, and incredibly, your card should now be vanished from this entire deck. Now, I'll give you a second to study those. I'll even zoom in for you a bit here and give that a quick look. But out of all of these cards, your card should not be there at all. And I really want you to see that your card is totally vanished. So I'll show you every card. Just look for your card here. But your card should be the only card that is missing from this deck. There should literally now be 51 cards, and your card has vanished from the deck. Now, to get the card to appear between the aces, all I have to do is take my empty hand, tap it on the back of the magic sandwich, and watch. One second. I know. You see, the magic sandwich is truly powerful, much more powerful than me. And so sometimes it likes to play a little trick on me. So if it's not here, if your card is not here between the aces, well, there's only one spot that it could be. And with any luck, that should be your 3 of diamonds. So that was the magic sandwich. A lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that routine. Took several takes to get it to that one, and I know there was still at least one bad flash on the Cardini change, but I don't think it's honestly going to get any better than that coming from me. For some reason I struggle a lot with that move, but I really like some of the moments in that routine. Now that you guys have seen it, I love the impossible location at the ending. And very honestly, guys, there's no duplicate used for that impossible location. I love the idea of the sandwich appearing around the selection rather than the selection appearing in between the sandwich. I thought that was really cool. I got to give credit to Jason Maher, Jason the Magician, Jason Maher the Magician, the magic guy, street magic dude, whatever he calls himself, for that little flick out flourish and the control that he uses in his version of a sandwich trick, which I really, really loved. So I included in, I think, the third phase of this. And yeah, I just loved all the little ideas. I loved how I was able to incorporate the Cardini change into it, and sort of, it's like an instant vanish, but also a load at the same time, which I think was really cool. Basically, my ideas, just a little bit of insight to the creative process on this routine. I started thinking about tricks like Dawn Patrol, if you're familiar with that. The trick where you take the deck and you throw it and it sandwiches the card. I thought about using a double facer and a couple different ideas with that, but I didn't end up using any. And then I kind of got to using the Cardini change to vanish it, and then I realized if I flip the deck face up, I can actually use it to load the sandwich as well, with a few other modifications. Then came sort of tricks like Cameo by Daniel Madison. I almost wanted to use a phase from that, but I ended up just getting inspiration from all of these ideas, and then finally it hit me to use a real sandwich. And I thought that would be funny, and that was kind of the core that this effect was built around once I thought of that idea, and then having it end with the card being inside the sandwich, and I knew that was how I wanted to proceed and how I wanted to finish it. And then it was kind of just working backwards from there. Eventually I had the idea of how to do that impossible location from Ollie Mealing idea, which is wonderful, credit due there. Then I had the idea of the sandwich appearing around the selection, just kind of came to me as I was fiddling around. And I knew that was really killer. And then I just kind of worked in the other moves from there, how to utilize the triple lift and a few other of the moves like that. And then the dribble pass fit in really easily as just a nice control that I could use. So that is the effect. I hope you guys love it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear it. So now, what did I challenge Sean to use this week? Well, the 3 sleights that I gave Sean were the snap change, the cherry control, and the Mexican turnover. Now, the snap change and the Mexican turnover are 2 that I have no idea how he is going to use in a sandwich routine. Snap change, I really have no idea. The Mexican turnover, I had a few really cool ideas that I thought he could go with in my brain when I thought of it, and that's why I thought it'd be really fun to see what he comes up with, and that's why I gave him that. Then the cherry control is just a control that I love to do, and I think it's a great control, so I wanted to see him utilize that. I think that'll be pretty straightforward to work into his routine. As you guys know, I have not seen his routine, and I will not see it until you guys see it when his video drops at the same time as this one drops. So we both don't know what each other's doing, and that's part of what makes this series so fun. So make sure you head over to Sean's channel, you like this video, you like his video, watch his routine, make sure you subscribe over there if you're not already, and then let us know what you guys think of the Sleight Off. For some of you new people who haven't seen the Sleight Off before, what do you think of this series? Do you want more of them? And for everyone else, just let us know what you thought of the routines. I'm very excited to see what he came up with this week. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And if you guys have any suggestions for future Sleight Off, maybe some challenges we could incorporate, or some sleight combinations you would want us to maybe use. If you want to see the 8-can Sleight Off, or the Aces transpose Sleight Off, or whatever kind of Sleight Off you want to see, let us know in the comments below. But with all that said, guys, welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.